Hey everybody, thanks for joining us today. This is Beer Guys Radio. I'm Tim Dennis and this is Brian Hewitt. We're at 420 Fest in Atlanta, Georgia, and we have the band LUTHI here with us who've just gotten in from Nashville. They're going to go on here soon and they're taking a little time to talk with us. So we have Taylor Ivey, he's on guitar. We have Boots with us, who's keys on the band, and we're going to talk a little bit about the band and of course beer, because that's what we do here. So guys, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, how was the trip in? Not bad from Nashville?
It was early, but not a bad drive.
Oh, right, yeah, those early mornings.
To Atlanta.
Once you get here. Yeah, absolutely. So, you have a new album coming out.
We do.
Correct?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
So we're putting out our first full-length album on May 11th, which is less than a month out now. We went to Denver to record it with our producer Steve Voss. We went and kind of did initial tracking in Denver with a few of the band, because it is a huge band, and then we brought it back and finished everything up in Nashville at the end of last year, and it is finally finished.
We got a little preview of the album, and I really enjoyed it.
Good.
So we got to check it out there.
Thank you.
And we're just getting introduced to your music, but I really enjoyed it. Sitting doing some work last night and just letting it play. And
cool. I really like Back to You.
Okay.
That was my favorite off the album.
Cool. Thank you. That's we've been playing that live for a while, and that's people
I dig that a lot.
tend to like that song. It just feels good. It's just fun to play.
It's feel good music, right?
Definitely feel good music.
For sure.
Now you gave people, the general public, a little peek with Milk and Honey, I believe it is.
That was
the first single off the album.
Yesterday, on April 20th. We kind of wanted to put it out as we headed down to 420 Fest.
Okay. Good timing there, right?
Yeah,
so,
sure.
Now your sound, I'm not a music expert. Beer is more my thing, but I know what I like. And I got a little funkiness, a little chill going on there. So I saw that you are the Cumberland Funk. So what is Cumberland Funk?
The Cumberland River is the river that runs through downtown Nashville. It's kind of then there's the Cumberland Plateau and headed into eastern Tennessee, and then the Cumberland Gap, and it's kind of a little bit of Appalachian, a little bit of rock and roll, and some pure funk there at the end.
So none of those things like the rivers per se are funky in themselves.
Oh no, they most certainly are.
Oh, they are funky. Okay.
Double meaning there.
Okay.
The Cumberland Funk. So.
Yeah, I guess I've never thought about it that way. Yeah,
but it works too. Yeah, and also the Boogie Circus, right?
That's my personal favorite.
That's your favorite. Okay.
Well, it's tough. You know, you guys listen to some of the record, or all of the record. It's hard to put a finger on exactly what it is, and even if we could, I don't know if we'd want to. So the most encompassing thing we can say is, hey, it's going to be a party, and you're going to dance, and we're all going to have fun. Boogie Circus.
Boogie Circus. Yes.
So in a circus, is that kind of a reference to the fact that you have 9 members in the band?
We do.
Is that right? 9?
We do. Yeah. I guess we could pretty evenly split them into 3 rings if we needed to.
Yes.
I haven't thought about that before.
So you got keyboard, guitar, juggler, lion tamer,
Yep.
every position covered, right?
Double as other things.
Okay.
Magicians. I'm the bearded lady.
Okay, I actually guessed that coming in here. I thought that might be a possibility.
Most people don't realize that, but that's.
It's like, he'd look great in dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wear one tonight.
Was that your first thought?
Oh, sure, yeah, bearded lady.
Hey, there could be worse first impressions than that.
I guess so. That's true. So beer, guys. Let's talk beer some.
Please.
So you're at 420 Fest, which we talked a little bit yesterday. Most people look at as a music festival, but there's a lot of beer here. Is there a certain beer you're looking forward to trying, or?
I honestly have not even been around any taps yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm looking forward to trying new beer. I think we've all pretty exclusively tried all of Sweetwater's beers so far.
Well, when you get inside, they have a tent called the Sweetwater Experience that has a lot of their experimental and funky stuff.
Oh,
so,
fantastic.
So make sure to check that one out.
Fantastic.
So, being from Nashville, there's some breweries there that I enjoy. Bearded Iris, of course, love the Northeast, the hazy IPAs are doing. What are some of your guys' favorites from that area?
Man, Yazoo Pale is like one of my all-time just go-to beers. If I can get that anywhere, I'll always get that. It's a nice balance. It's not too hoppy, but it's a real good balance for me.
Good classic Nashville beer there with Yazoo, right?
Absolutely.
Jackalope Brewery.
Yeah.
Big fans of. Actually, Boots had I think 3 different Jackalope beers at his wedding.
I sure did.
That's right. I tried it.
That's all you could choose from. All you could choose from.
But their Thunder Ann is kind of what do they call it? A session pale? ABA?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Is that the kind of thing you look for in a beer? And you said you're partial to that pale ale, you like the lighter style, or you seem like you might maybe branch out a little bit.
I've been
beyond
on a sour kick for,
Oh.
I don't know, maybe the last 6 months or so. Yazoo did a lot of small run, weird, funky things.
Embrace
I think
the
they call
funk,
it exactly.
isn't
Yeah,
that
Embrace
it?
the
Right.
Funk, I
Yes.
And I've been kind of peeling through those. I keep some in the fridge and keep some ready to go in the fridge at any point in time.
Very good.
Some Belgian, like Cuvée Rene, stuff like that. Weird,
Right.
kind of tart, fruity Belgian beers, but always IPAs. But when we were of drinking age in Nashville, Bell's did not distribute in Tennessee.
That is true.
So we would drive up to Franklin, Kentucky, and buy Bell's Two Heart and bring it back.
Same with
The
Dogfish Head.
two.
They
Yeah,
didn't
right.
distribute it
60
until
minute,
Yeah.
90
a couple of
minute.
years ago. Yeah, we'd go up and do major runs to bring back for all our friends who wanted.
But that's
those
that's
two
what we could
specifically.
get at the time. So at that time in Nashville, it was Yazoo and Blackstone, and I think that was it.
That was about all they had. And now
then-
there's one on every corner.
I
Which
think
is
that's
great
the,
for
Which is, yeah.
the grass is always greener because we've made runs to Tennessee and over into Alabama to get beers that don't come
Really?
to Georgia. It's like, well, I've got all of these, but I want those. I can't get those here,
Right,
so I
right.
got to go out there.
I kind of remember doing that way back in the day, and this is yeah, it is what it is. I used to make runs up to Chattanooga because they got Fat Tire before we did, and this
Oh,
is going
interesting.
way back before we had hardly anything going on.
Right,
We had
sure.
420, and we had Terrapin's Rye Pale Ale,
Oh,
and
right,
that
yeah.
was what we had. And so, like something exotic like Fat Tire.
It was a big deal when
Yeah,
Fat Tire
it
came to
was.
Atlanta.
It
That
was
was a big deal. Absolutely.
I'll give you one better. I grew up in Mississippi, and I had never even seen a Yingling until I moved to Tennessee.
Oh,
What part of Mississippi?
Meridian.
Okay.
Which
I've got family in Jackson.
Oh, cool.
I lived in
Cool.
Brandon, Pearl area
Oh,
for a
right.
while, so
Yeah.
I went over there not too long ago. Went to Lucky Town there
Yeah.
in Jackson,
Yeah.
checked them out, and I'm a huge fan of Southern Prohibition.
Yes.
So those guys are good. We,
Yeah.
we actually saw them at the Classic City Brew Fest in Athens. They had the
Cool.
brewers
Cool.
down here for that. So there's some good beer in the South.
Yeah,
There
it is.
absolutely is.
I think the first kind of craft beer I ever had was Lazy Magnolia
I was gonna
Southern
say,
Pecan.
that's what
Sure.
you're-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was, man, that's a heavy, kind of dense thing for a young beer drinker.
To start out on some of that one, right? So a lot of bands do collaboration beers with different breweries. We've seen a lot of that. Sweetwater does some here. We know the guys from Nappy Roots that they homebrew and they've been doing a lot of collaborations and such. So if you were to collaborate on a beer that matched your album, and I did see it said record, specifically record instead of album. I saw you're actually cutting vinyl for
We are,
this, correct?
we are.
So very
We're
cool.
nerds, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Good old classic vinyl, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but if you were to brew a beer to pair with that, what beer would go
Should
with
we
the
do a
album?
side A and side B?
Ooh.
Absolutely,
That's
I
a
think
great
you
idea.
should. Yeah.
We kind of sequenced it so they're different. I don't know if you noticed that when you listened to
Okay.
it about halfway through.
Actually, we did.
Kinda
We did
mellows
kind
out
of
a
comment
little
on
bit.
that.
There is an intermission track. I
Yeah,
forget
there's
which
an
one it is.
interlude,
It's
yeah.
like 6 or
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
So I'd say on the first half, we do something kind of bold and
Yeah.
Party-like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. You
And,
pick.
easy drink. I was thinking the second half has to be called Milk and Honey. I mean, the beer.
Oh,
Has to
yeah,
be called
that's
Milk
fair.
and
Sure,
Honey.
sure,
It's
yeah.
probably like a cream ale, something like that, maybe.
You know, I actually was looking on that with Milk and Honey. A few breweries have done stouts with lactose and honey in them, so you could do a lactose and honey stout, which would be really nice, I think.
I think that's.
And
I
there'd be
think
your
we
milk and
start
honey.
We start with something that is sessionable on the first half.
Right.
Because that is the party.
The party beer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Not quite Tecate, but
Yeah.
something good. And then, let's look at a sweet milk and honey stout on this.
Yeah.
Big and boozy for the chill outside. You can have the party and then come
Yeah.
down.
Party Pilsner and then the milk and
And
honey.
then milk
right?
and honey.
There you
You're
go.
all
There
set
you go.
there. You're all
Could be
set.
it.
So.
Now you just need to pick a brewery.
Exactly.
Hey,
We're accepting all applications.
I could make a list about 20 long of breweries that we like that are within 100 miles of where we live. So
Right.
we live in a fortunate time to do such things.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the new album is called Stranger. I don't know if we've mentioned the name of it yet. Stranger is coming out May 11th. The single off of it is Milk and Honey, which
Correct.
is out now. Check it out. Give you a feel for what's going on. Now you've got 420 Fest, and then there's some other tour dates you've got planned after this. Correct? Where are you guys headed?
We're actually headed to Pisgah Brewing tomorrow.
Okay. And you've played Pisgah before,
We have,
correct?
we have, and I regret that we didn't mention them because they have a a lot of great beers. Pisgah as
Stellar
well. And then we're doing a lot of festivals this summer. We're headed to Hangout in Gulf Shores, which is our first time at Hangout, and that'll be fun. And Electric Forest up in Michigan. Some of those aforementioned beers are
The
Michigan
Bell's
beers
World.
that we've been chasing as Southern
Good
kids.
place for beer,
Yes.
for sure.
Absolutely.
And then not beer oriented, but kind of adult libation oriented. We're playing at Cathead Vodka's Cathead Jam in
Okay.
Jackson, Mississippi in
All right.
June as well.
Going home, miss a little trip to
Yeah.
Mississippi
Yeah.
there, right? Awesome.
I'm excited. We were actually just in Oxford, Mississippi the other day, so anytime we can go down and see family and friends, it's fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it's a work trip. You're going down to play, so we get to
Yeah.
mix that in there.
Business trip.
So if folks want to keep up with what is going on with the band LUTHI, see where your tour dates are, any other information, what's going to be the best way to do that?
LUTHImusic.com. That's
Music.
LUTHI music.com.
Awesome.
And most of our socials are LUTHI Music as well.
Great. Guys, anything else you want folks to know?
No. Hey, go listen to the new record and drink a good beer that these guys recommend.
Absolutely. Cheers, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you guys so much.
This is Beer Guys Radio. Tim Dennis and Brian Hewitt. Thanks for tuning in and checking out LUTHI. Check out their music. If you're coming to 420 Fest, go see them about 4 o'clock, I think.
Yeah.
Today, if you see this. So cheers.